Olivia, I've got your 2.03 math module program. Let's look at this together. So you put your pseudocode here in Buzz. You had three inputs, the box length, box width, box height. But I'm thinking if you chose the cube, those should all be the same number. So you really only need one of those. You only need one input. But if you had the person enter all three of them, as long as they entered the same thing, that should be okay. And your output is figure out the volume, which means you're missing something. We'll look at the template here in a second. Here's your review questions. Find out the volume. Look back at the notes, fix your math inputs. Okay, let's look at your template. Okay, so here's what the program was supposed to have. Write an interactive program to calculate the volume and surface area. It wasn't just the volume, it was the volume and the surface area of a three-dimensional object. So use idle, have comments with your name, date, description. We'll look at that in a moment, see if you got all that. Indent, use meaningful variables, define your main function. Create a word problem that involves calculating the volume and surface area. And you got to choose which one of these you want, right? So sounds like you chose the cube looking at your pseudocode, but you only need S once. If S is the same number every time, they just need to tell you what S is, and you'll cube it and you'll square it. Print the description word problem. Ask the user to enter the information necessary to perform the calculation. So that would be your inputs. You said you have an input for the length, width, and the height. So you actually ask the user 3 times for the S, and then you don't need to use 3.14 since this one doesn't use pi. Only these other two. Print the results. All right, and you don't have the pseudocode here. You put it on the other sheet. That's fine. You put it in Buzz. Let's take a look at your program. All right, there is your name, date, purpose of program from math import. Great, define main. Let's run the program. Oh, it didn't ask me any inputs. You have 0 inputs. It says Carol's packing her things to move in her new house, needs to figure out the volume of the cardboard boxes. She needs your help in knowing how much she can pack in each box using the volume. Each box has a length, width, and height of 12.5 inches. Now, see, that's what the user was supposed to enter. So what it said on our template is ask the user to enter necessary information because maybe they got more than one size box. Your program only works for a box that's 12.5 inches in size, length, width, and height. 12.5 to the power of 3 is 1953.127, which is the volume of each box she's using. So yeah, there's the power function. Great job. Side length to the 3rd power, which means you didn't even need this. You didn't use it. So you could delete that line. It'll be exactly the same because you put the 3 right there. Side length to the power. Yep. So the thing you're missing is 2 things. Side length equals float input. What is the length of one side of the box? See, that should be different every time. Any user, they have different boxes. I want this program to be able to work for any size cube box that they have, not just one specific box. And we need a volume equals, if we look here, 6 times the side squared. Volume equals 6 times power side length squared. 6 times the side length squared. Let's see. And then we can just add another print statement here. Print the surface area of each box, say that is plus strength str string v. So adding those, now when we run it, oh, I got an error. What did I do? Equals 6 times pow side length 2. Oh no, the error is actually up here because I have 2 opening parentheses, only 1 closing parentheses. So it's looking for that closing parentheses down here on this line. That's why it shows the errors on line 11. All right, let's try it again. Oh, 19. Did I do the same thing? I did not put an opening parentheses there. Ah, these parentheses can get you. Get parentheses, service. Okay. Oh, now it asked me what's the length of it. Okay, let's say it's 10. Oh, we need to change this print statement because we didn't do 12.5 anymore. We did let's see, the side length plus strength, whatever the user enters, height of whatever the user enters. So let's take, so it's not 12 and a half. Now if I entered 10, it says each box has length, width, and height of 10 inches. See, because I typed it in, 10 to the power of, oh, that's where you use that EXP. I see. Well, we can just type 3 because that's the number you're taking it to. The power of 3 is 1,000, which is the volume of each box, and the surface area of each box is 600, which that would be right. 6 times 10 squared would be 600. So there we go. If it's 25, it's a lot bigger box. 15, 625, and 3750. But you just want it to be useful, and the reason you have the user enter that is so your program is useful for any size cube box, any size. All the user has to do is just enter how big their box is, and they'll have the volume and the surface area. All right, not bad. Had a few little quirks there we needed to fix. You only did the volume, not the volume and the surface area. You didn't ask the user, so yours only works for one box specifically. So pay attention to check marks going down there. Make sure you meet all the requirements. And of course, if you have any questions on it, can't figure something out, email me or come to class and say, Mr. Brock, I don't understand what this thing I need to do. I'm happy to help. So I'll get this video to you. We'll see you in class.